welcome back to the Southern Snack, where life is too short to be serious. Feel like I'll be here for a while, but we're just going to chillax and go with the flow on this one. So we are at the Little Blue Menu restaurant concept from Chick-Fil-A. They have all the Chick-fil-A offerings and more, of course. The whole point of it is the more part. But there's breakfast items and then there's lunch. So we'll have the lunch. We'll break it down, but I've got the perfect thing for the thumbnail, right? I've got this little blue menu. So that's going to be our thumbnail. All right, so again, if you want to look at it, that's all the exclusive items. And again, we're going to try most of these. I'm not going to eat 4 burgers for you, all right? We're going to try 1 burger. We're going to try all the styles of wings because they're different styles of wings, right? We're going to try and get every sauce that we can. If we got to pay extra, that's fine. Fries, onion rings, sweet potato tots, Brussels sprouts, mini biscuits. So we're going to be here a while when I place this order. So lemon pie bar, chocolate toffee cookies, cinnamon rolls, chocolate brioche, almond pastry, and croissant. So I didn't get the 2 other desserts. I could have, and I probably should have, because this is really going to be a long time before I get that order that it's going to be a big order. So long video to come. So if you like shorter videos, I've got some TikToks coming. So if you want to dip, that's fine. But there are the 4 items I've got right now. We'll start with cinnamon bun. Doesn't look great. Looks a little overcooked, but you know what? It is what it is. We gonna try it for what we got. All right. Looks can be deceiving. It's definitely got the texture of a croissant. So I think all their pastries this morning have like a croissant style texture. As for the flavor, the cream cheese is rich. I love the filling with the cinnamon. It's a really high quality pastry indeed. Is it the absolute most amazing cinnamon roll I've ever had? No, but I like the style we've got here. It's different. It's not your standard cinnamon roll, and I really do approve of this one. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, no question about it. All right, we're gonna move on into a more simple item, and that is the croissant. Oh, it's nice and airy. Oh boy, let's go ahead and try the croissant. Airy, light, fluffy, slight, buttery notes. A little bland. I would definitely grab something. I don't know if they have honey packets, or I would throw chicken. I would throw something on this. But I really like what it's got going for it. I'd still give it like a 6. Just because of its simplicity. All right, so the almond, I think it's called almond pastry, looks pretty much like a croissant with, I don't know if it's almonds inside of it. I mean, it's almonds on top, but I'm trying to find out if there's like a filling. I don't think there is. So we'll have to see if there's any different type of flavor to this other than there being almonds on top. Okay. There's this creamy almond extract kind of mix in there. I don't know if you can see it. That's a huge step up from the normal croissant. I think I do like the cinnamon buns a little bit more standard. But that's quite good. That is quite good. Refreshing. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I just think just the cinnamon bun's just a touch better. Now we're going on to the chocolate brioche. This is the brioche chocolate roll. This looks like cream cheese might be in here, and I know I'm wishy-washy over cream cheese, but this one it looks absolutely promising. It's not cream cheese. It's something like a mousse style filling. Reminds me of like a donut, but also like flavor-wise a pancake, and also texture-wise a croissant. It really is its own thing. I wouldn't say I prefer the flavor. It kind of does remind me of if Mama made some homemade pancakes. And I'm not the biggest fan of homemade pancakes. I love me either a biscuit. I'm not a big fan of biscuit. That's what I mean by Mama making me pancakes. She don't make them from scratch. She makes them out of biscuit. That's what this reminds me of, is chocolate chip biscuit pancakes. And I just prefer like a chocolate chip pancake that's made local, right? So, it does have a little bit of a processed taste to it, but it's not bad. I think it's definitely, again, a step above the croissant. And I'm sorry that there's an idiot that's backing in that just has to play their music. Let him be an idiot. But yeah, I like aspects of it, even though the taste is not perfect. So I'm gonna give this a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm sorry, I'm blanking out on my thoughts, but that's the end of this part of the video. Thankfully, and he cut his music off, thankfully too. But we're gonna keep moving on, and hopefully this next part of the video is even better. Every time I start a clip, I get that urgency, that urge to just say yeehaw, but you know, it's just the second part of this video, right? So it's like, it would have been a really weird transition if it was just, I would have been like, what? But anyways, we got the lunch items from Chick-Fil-A, or Blue Menu. So we're gonna start with the mini biscuits. So there's a look at that bad boy. Let's take a bite. The buttery glaze on top really adds a nice finish. These are moist, not really flaky, I would say. Kind of cakey. Not flaky, but cakey. Slightly dry, but I really like what we got here. Like, it's very enjoyable. And again, if you eat it alongside a chicken nugget or something, you're gonna be pleased. So for me, I'm gonna give it an 8. All right, so where do we go from here? Well, we're gonna go to the burger. As sad as that sounds, Chick-fil-A all these years has been like, eat more chicken. And I really, lately, and I mean, this might be me, but I feel like you don't hear as much about them saying eat more chicken. I guess that, again, they want you to try their signature items, limited time items, which aren't always chicken. And so also, now you've got a little Blue Menu place that does burgers. And so there's 4 different burgers, and I got the signature. You can get if you're a big cheese lover, there's a cheesy one. I think there's a buffalo one, if I can remember. And then there's an all-American bacon one. So there are four different burgers. Now, the Kentucky little Blue Menu now has bone-in fried chicken. I was hoping this one would at some point. We're still not there yet. As of this video, in January of 2024. I'm about to say 23. But anyways, so let's go ahead and try the burger. A little bit too much pickle there. I'll grab a piece of beef. Ooh! I wouldn't say it's the highest quality grade of beef that you could get, but whatever they season that with, it's savory, but it's good. I'm not getting much from the signature sauce, which I have on the side for the fries. But, you know, it's a pretty good burger. Do I want more meat? Absolutely. But, you know, this gives off vibes of like what, if you took a quarter pounder and gave it some flavor, it kind of gives off those vibes. But it's not like an amazing burger to me. Some people love this, but because I've watched other reviewers, but I would give it a 7. It's solid, but nothing to go like crazy over. So there's that. I keep wanting to skip it to dessert, but we're not. We're gonna keep our focus. So we're gonna go ahead and jump to the fried wings. All right, and so there's a fried wing. Let's try it. So it's basically your traditional Chick-fil-A flavor. In the form of a wing. Which is kind of weird. I definitely prefer it boneless. I definitely prefer their recipe boneless. But they did a good job on these. I can kind of see why they wouldn't want to do this nationwide. I know they would sell well initially, but you know, you kind of get to thinking, I could just eat these boneless, right? And they're perfect the way that they are as nuggets. So they're giving me the kind of same feeling I had with the burger. I give it a 7. I'm surprised. I'm not hyping this up as much as I was expecting to, but it's just not that type of vibe for me today. All right, so these just look like their regular chicken nuggets. This is their boneless wings. Well, they look a little bit bigger, I will say that, but we'll go ahead, eat one. Okay, tastes different. It definitely tastes different. It's got less of their flavor to it. It's still got their traditional flavor, but it's definitely more focused on that meat. That's really weird. I don't know if like they marinate their regular stuff a bit and they don't marinate this. That's what it kind of seems like here. It's intriguing. It's definitely interesting. I like that it stands out. Of course, it's not as good as a Chick-fil-A nugget, but it is fresh, and it would really pair well with any of these sauces. And again, we're gonna try the sauces too. But for me, I give it 8. I like how it's different, and it still has some Chick-fil-A flavor to it. But I'm not like on the verge of loving it. So now is where we get into some territory where I get a little bit nervous. We got 2 more bone-in flavors. Roasted and smoked. I got smoked here. Because the roasted, I'm real scared. Smoked, promising. Somehow, they have incorporated Chick-fil-A's traditional flavor into this thing. But somehow it's really good. I definitely prefer it over the fried wing. They did a very solid job on just the execution of this, the flavor of it. Slightly dry, yeah, but mostly like really, really, really good, solid job. For me, I'm gonna give it a 9. I think definitely best thing so far. Now I get nervous again with the roasted wings. I feel like these are not going to have a lot of flavor. They don't look great. But again, from the people I've watched review the Little Blue Menu, they've had nothing but good things to say. So we gonna have to see. They're not bad, but again, you know, they're roasted and it's just kind of bland. You can maybe taste a hint of Chick-fil-A's flavor here. They're not dry, so they're not bad. But I don't really love them. I give these like a 5. They're just average with a slight twist of Chick-fil-A flavor. So I would say definitely skip the roasted. Don't try the roasted. Save your money, save your life, save your time. All right, so that is like the main dishes. Now we're going into the sides. So I won't keep fries last because we're gonna dip those. But sweet potato tots, those look promising. Those look absolutely promising. They're on par with restaurant style sweet potato tots. Slightly crispy outside, very soft inside, salty, sweet, everything you want in a side. 10 out of 10 on that. No questions asked. All right, onion rings. Let's go ahead and try one. Nice and crispy. I don't know if they put some seasoning salt on here, but really got some salty flavor to it. These would probably really go good with Chick-fil-A the burger sauce, but signature sauce is what they also call it. I think that would really dip well. Slightly bland at points, but they really did a good job on these. I'm gonna give them a 9. So the sides, those are the highlights. So maybe just order off the normal menu. Just saying, order off the normal menu and change your sides up. Maybe that's what you need to do. All right, I know the normal thing to do would be to get these with a fork, but we're not doing that. They are nailing it with the sides. This is a 10. This is what you want in Brussels sprouts. That roasted, that kind of like a salt and vinegar combination here. Olive oil. I'm gonna give them a 10, but I think if you add some balsamic, it would really be amazing too. But they're great the way they are. Okay. All right. Moving on to fries. Seasoning salt. Sure, are they frozen fries? Yes. Are they crispy? Yes. Are they delicious? Yes. I hate to give these anything but a 10. I really would. Will I give them less than a 10? I guess. Because, you know, if you have like a hand... Like, say you took these, replaced them with Five Guys fries and put some seasoning salt on them. These would definitely be inferior as compared to that. But these are still very good. Still very, very good. I'm going to give them an 8.5. All right, so what do we do now? We got sauces and we got dessert. We got sauces. We're gonna try this burger sauce. And there's two sauces that they forgot, the white barbecue and the regular barbecue. I'm sure the regular barbecue just tastes like Chick-fil-A's standard barbecue, nothing to write home about. White barbecue is just like a mayo barbecue. Again, it just comes down to preference. Everywhere you go, it's usually like the same. Any chain you go to, you're gonna get the same type of barbecue. You're gonna get the same type of white barbecue. So I wouldn't stress over it. Wouldn't be crazy. As for this burger sauce, it's interesting. I've never quite had anything like this. It doesn't taste like a Thousand Island. It definitely, like, to me, I think I can taste ketchup, mayo, pickle. But something that really makes it sweet as well. Like a sweet and slightly tangy. Very interesting. Maybe there's some honey in there too. Yeah, and that kind of makes sense to put on, to have this type of sauce for a burger. With that much seasoning on it. I just, for some reason, it wasn't hitting right for me as much as I thought it could. So I still think that sauce is quite good. It's unique. It's interesting. So definitely get that if you come here. Dip your nuggets in it. Okay, so buffalo. It's Marzetti buffalo sauce. Ooh, okay. I don't like that. I do not like that one bit. That says medium. I can only wonder what their hot is like. I mean, that's going. No. I like spicy, but the flavor of that is just, it's all over the place. It's just too loud. Everything's too loud. And it just doesn't let itself be balanced or calm or peaceful. It wants to be too much. Definitely not the same as Chick-fil-A's buffalo sauce. So, I don't know. If you like really loud, really spicy, you might like that. I did not. All right, sweet chili. Same thing, Marzetti. Kind of forward on the garlic notes. Right, yeah, chili garlic sauce. Yeah, a bit forward on. With sweet chili, I don't think about garlic when it comes down to sweet chili. I don't remember garlic supposed to be in there. It's interesting. It certainly is. It's not bad. It's not too spicy. I definitely think it would be something interesting to put on their nuggets for sure, or their wings. But all right, we're gonna keep doing sauces. We're gonna do ranch now. Hopefully, I haven't lost y'all. Now this looks like a house-made ranch, so I'm very intrigued to see what we get. Yeah, that tastes very fresh. Just the herbs in it, the creaminess of it. I think I like it better than your typical, ranch, your typical store-bought ranch. I definitely think there's some fresh notes in there, and that really drives this, above a lot of the sauces I'm trying here. The burger sauce and the ranch, you can really have this profound appreciation for because it's house made, as compared to those Marzetti sauces that are just not it. All right, we got Old Bay. So interesting enough, we are in Maryland, so crab, and just try a little bit of Old Bay, I guess. Yep, that's your standard Old Bay. I don't know who wants Old Bay on wings. I mean, there are places that sell Old Bay wings. It's not a bad combination, I'm sure. I mean, I've had them before. So, Now we're getting interesting with the dry seasoning. Lemon pepper. They kind of skimped. Like, I just bought a bunch of food from you guys. Like, you guys see how much I spent. I don't know why they couldn't give me a little bit more. I like that. Zesty, savory. It's good. It's good. So, yeah. If anything, I would definitely, if you're gonna go and get some wings from here, get the lemon pepper, get the house-made stuff. I mean, you could get Old Bay too, and then sriracha garlic. I'm intrigued. I certainly am. This might be too spicy. We'll have to see. It's got a really nice kick to it, but it's also got a good blend of flavor. Yeah. So their dry seasonings, good job. Their house-made sauces, good job. The Marzetti stuff, no. Now I don't know if that's how it traditionally is, or if they're just out of house-made ingredients. I have a feeling that that's how they go with those two. I'm like, huh. I don't know why, when you're making other stuff house-made, but is what it is. So, to wrap this video up, we gotta get our sweet tooth entertained, right? So, got 2 desserts, lemon bar and toffee chip cookies. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Crumble's toffee chip cookies, but these look a bit crispy themselves. So, we'll go ahead and try it by it. It's not bad. Nowhere as good as their original chocolate chip cookie. Just nowhere close. But I like that flavor, that mix of chocolate chip and toffee. I think the base has a really good mix of toffee as well. And it's just a very enjoyable item. So I give it 7.5. All right, lemon bar to end it off. I'm gonna pick it up with my hands. Oh, got plenty of powdered sugar. This thing looks delightful. Let's try a bite. Very custardy. Good, refreshing lemon flavor. I think it could use a touch more lemon, but it's really good. Really, really good. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. But yeah, the pastries they did a fair job on. The desserts did a fair job on. Sides, nailed them. Wings were okay. Burger was okay. So if you're going to go to the Little Blue Menu Chick-fil-A, get you like your regular chicken sandwich or nuggets. Throw in some sauces, some sides. Get you a lemon bar. Have a good time. Again, this is in College Park, Maryland, and then I think somewhere in Kentucky they have one as well. But other than that, tell me what you think, and I'll see y'all around.